We should be live.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I haven't got
Welcome
this up on my phone.
to more reading sprints.
Yeah, we're doing reading sprints.
End of year reading sprints. I don't know
I
about
can't
you,
believe it.
but I'm frantically trying
Yeah.
to finish the 6 books I'm in the middle of.
Oh my god, same. Well, I've moved to Storygraph today.
Oh wow.
Finally done it. I've been thinking about it for ages, and then we were talking about it at work, and people were saying how good it is. So I've moved to Storygraph. I'm not moving. I've just set up an account and I've exported my stuff onto Storygraph, but I think I'm going to keep both for now because I don't know how I'm going to get on with it. Have you used it?
I think I have vague memories of setting it up and then I just never logged back in.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, I don't know how the interface is going to be, and also it's you have to pay for certain things, and I feel like the thing I want most from it is what you'd pay to get because it's like all the stats and
Right.
stuff. And it's not a lot, it's like $3.49 a month, but it's still like an outgoing I don't need.
Yeah.
So I'm hesitant, but
That's the thing as well with I find with Goodreads is like I know it's owned by Amazon and everything now, but at the same time it's the like interface of it. I'm so used to it that I just
same.
going to something else would just be weird.
Yeah, I feel like it is quite hard to like match up, but I know a lot of people have used the story graph, so I'm intrigued of like it looks quite good. I just feel like I need to use it for a while to kind of see what it's actually like. So I think
Yeah.
I've set it up. I thought I'd set it up now going into the new year, and then I can start using both of them for a bit and see if I actually want to fully move over. But in doing that, it flagged up like 90 odd books that had no date attached to them on my Goodreads
Oh, great.
at all. So half of them were just that the date obviously hadn't like exported properly, and I just needed to input them based on what was on Goodreads.
Yeah.
And then half of them were just like didn't have a date, and I don't know when I read them. So they're just on Goodreads because I'm like, yeah, I read that once. Like
Yeah, I've done
2013,
that.
14.
Yeah.
Because I didn't join Goodreads until like 2016 or something.
Well, I put some books on Goodreads that I read like when I was a kid, but
Yeah,
like the
same.
ones that the ones that I still own, the ones that were like favorites, and I want
Yeah.
to keep, and so I put them on Goodreads. But I don't know when I read them, so they're just there.
No. I've just put an estimate year on there for now. Because I think most of them were like 2015. I don't think I've got many from when I was like really a child. So I've just like put 2015 on there because you don't have to add an exact date, and I've done the same for Storygraph, so at least it's kind of up to date. But I did find one book I'd actually reread Pumpkinheads this year and never logged it on Goodreads. So I went from being 148 out of 150 to 149 out of 150, and I'm definitely going to finish my goal now. So
I'm
I'm
not.
quite happy about that. How far off are you?
15,
Oh, that's what was your original goal?
75.
Oh, okay.
I had 2 months this year where I didn't read a single thing, so that's part.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm in the middle of a lot of books. So I'm in the middle of this one, and I've got
Oh, you've got like
this
nothing to
much
go.
left.
Nice.
So I'll finish this tonight,
Yeah.
and then I'm hoping to also finish this
Oh my
tonight.
god.
However, again, I've only got this much left,
Yeah.
and I've got it on Audible, so I can listen and read along. And
If you
even if I
finish
don't
it
finish
in
it
these
tonight, I'll finish it tomorrow.
I want you to finish it tonight so I can see your reaction to the end.
Okay. And then I started this on Christmas Day because I took a book up to my grandparents' house and then finished it. And then this was a Christmas present, so I just picked it up.
Oh.
And it's TJ Klune.
Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't see the author. That's cool.
And it's one of his like earlier ones from before he was traditionally published.
Yeah.
And before he was writing really soft, adorable fantasy books like The House in the Cerulean Sea.
Yeah.
But I was surprised at how much it still feels like a TJ Klune novel. Like you can tell it's the same author, which I'm enjoying. And it's also been a really quick read, and it's under 300 pages. So I'm hoping
That's good.
to finish this one tomorrow. And then I'll only be like 12 books behind schedule instead of 15. But by then I'm out of time.
Sometimes it happens.
Oh,
well. Yeah. I've definitely struggled this year more. Like, I haven't read as much this year. I think I read 184 last year.
This is the second year in a row. Kind of last year and this year I've been just in a bit of a reading slump, kind of all throughout both years. So this is the second year in a row I've not reached my Goodreads goal, which is making me sad. And so part of me next year wants to set it to 100 again and read 100 books in a year again, because I used to do that like every year. But then another part of me is like, but I kind of want to actually just meet the goal for once.
Yeah.
And so I don't really know what I'm going to set my goal to yet. But
I think I have met mine every year, but 1 year early on I changed it quite late in the year because I was like not going to hit it.
I think I changed it last year and still didn't meet it.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think maybe for next year I'll set it to 50.
And see how you go.
If I find I'm actually reading way more and I'm going to meet it really easily, then I can put it up.
Yeah. I think I'm going to set it at 100 next year because I'm pretty like confident that no matter what happens, I can read 100. Because I mean, like the least I read in a month is like 8, I'd say.
I think that's about what you have to read a month to get to 100 anyway.
Yeah, I'd say. But like some months I read like 15. So I'm just about going to make 150 this year, but it's like very close.
I kind of want to read more like 500 plus page books because I want to get back into reading more, or not back into, but get into reading more adult fantasy. So lowering my goal is kind of good for that anyway, because it will mean that I don't feel like I have to read short books just to meet the goal or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is like it's just like it's not always reflective of what, like I've definitely had to read a few like graphic novels and stuff to hit my goal, which I don't necessarily want to do. Like it's not like that much, so I don't feel like I'm like cheating or anything. But
I always
I'd
think
rather just do what I want.
For me anyway, obviously it's different per person, but I think as long as it was a graphic novel I wanted to read anyway, I wouldn't count it as cheating. If I'm just like in a library going, I'll read this one, they're like stuff I'd never read otherwise, then I would consider that cheating. But
no, I think it would be like if I had to like read like 10 in the last couple of days of the year, I'd probably start to feel like I was like orchestrating it.
Yeah.
When in reality I read 2 last night, but it was like stuff I wanted to read anyway, so I wasn't, and it's just like a couple. But it has definitely helped.
Yeah, I have a couple of like manga and graphic novels that I haven't read, but literally just like 4.
Yeah, I don't have that many now.
I don't know, I'm not going to meet my goal anyway, so I kind of don't care anymore.
Yeah.
My main goal now is to just try and get my currently reading list down to 1 or 2 and finish books that I've been in the middle of for months. Well,
I've noticed on Goodreads, because I haven't added stuff to my TBR for ages because I don't have space anymore. So the books are everywhere, like they just pile up around the room and then I just leave them there in piles. And I haven't added them to my TBR or to my spreadsheet. So last night I went through my spreadsheet and added all of the like piles, but I haven't done it on Goodreads. So every time I've finished a book or I've started a book and I've taken it off my physical TBR, I keep seeing it go down and I'm like, it's just not true. Because there's stuff everywhere that's not actually on there. So I think I might actually use one of the sprints to go through Goodreads and Storygraph and add all of the books that are just like around that I haven't added, because it's a mess, but it's fine. I bought this. That's helpful.
Ooh, nice.
What was your situation with this? Because now I've forgotten that you had like a really awkward situation with this, right?
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that actually, but I got like cheap hardcover set on Forbidden Planet, and when it came, it was not a hardcover
paperback.
set.
Yeah,
but it was cheap enough that I think it was probably just mislabeled as opposed to me being overcharged.
Yeah.
So I just kind of forgot about it and left it.
That was just really weird. I'd forgotten about that situation. But is it the same one?
Yeah, I think so.
Hi, Mark. Yes, the books are everywhere. I do like it though, to be fair. Like, I wasn't sure how I'd find the physical.
Yeah,
covers
I
and
like
stuff,
them. I'm
but
happy with them. I haven't read them yet. That's more graphic novels I have.
I've
Mine
got
came with that
postcards
too.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It must be the exact same.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking like I don't need to read these now to finish my goal, so I think I'm just gonna save them till next year. But
Yeah.
maybe we could buddy read them.
Maybe tomorrow I'll just ignore Jez all day and read graphic novels.
Graphic novels.
Is it? Yeah, we should get back into buddy reading things, definitely.
Yes, definitely. I'm reading this for this.
I can't remember if I said it while we were live or not, but I'm reading this.
Yeah, you did. But yeah, I think you did. You said you were in the middle of it.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I'm only in the middle of this and this, but
is that good?
30 pages. It's quite good. Yeah, and like, because I'm buddy reading it with Jeff, and we're both like it is good, but it's quite like it. I could take more like twists and turns.
Right.
But did you read The Martian?
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite. I think in a lot of ways it's quite similar.
Is it very science heavy? Because that was one of the things I liked about The Martian.
Yeah, it is quite science heavy. It's quite funny, which I didn't remember The Martian being, but I think it was. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I think it might have been.
But yeah, I am enjoying it, but we're reading like 3 chapters a day, so I'm gonna read the last 3 chapters tomorrow and actually finish it. But I'm very glad that I'm managing to finish it before the end of the year.
Yay!
And then yeah, I'm only like 60 pages into this, but it is quite quick to read, so I'm hoping that sprints tonight will mean that I can get like a good chunk of the way through this. And maybe finish it tonight.
Yeah.
And then there is still one book on my December TBR that I haven't read, but
which book?
I think we'll ignore that. It's hang on, I'll show you. Also, I have Starchy Chicken, who lives on my channel. Mark got me this for Christmas.
Oh.
And I sit with it on my lap all day when I'm working. It's my emotional support chicken. This is the one that I haven't read, which is by the same author as How We Fall Apart, which I never read, but I've got a copy of now. It comes out in January, I think. I feel like it's because it says like for fans of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and stuff. I feel like it could be really quick.
We've just had a cat enter the room.
Is it your cat?
Yes.
Oh, you're Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was Jazz.
My brother, my brother's living in Cornwall now.
Yeah.
He came up for Christmas.
Yeah.
And him and one of his work friends have got a house together. They don't move until mid-January, but
that's cool.
They packed up all his stuff into a van today, all his furniture that he'd left here until he found his own place.
God.
They've driven off to Cornwall without me, so we're cat sitting for the next few days.
Oh, so your mum and dad have gone as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting though.
They were off to Cornwall and I was at work.
Oh.
And they've gone to IKEA on the way.
Just to make it worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall we read in a minute for half an hour?
Yeah, sounds good.
Or by in a minute, I mean in 20 seconds.
20 seconds, like now.
I'll share some news.
Yeah.
I've signed up to Goodreads.
Oh, Jazz has signed up to Goodreads. As a friend.
Hey?
Add us as a friend.
Yeah, how do you
Yeah.
do that?
I'll show you in the sprint.
Got the app, it's quite good.
But yeah, sprint, see you in half an hour.
Yeah, see you in half an hour. I'm going to be staring at the screen, so this is going to be fun for everybody. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
In a bit.
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't want to scare you then.
You didn't, it's fine. Hello, B.
Hi, Bea.
Hello, Amy.
Hi. Thank you for joining. How did you get on?
Good. I don't remember how many pages I read. I can't do maths. 14? I think I read 14 pages.
Nice.
We did spend a bit of time
Better
with
than
Jess's Goodreads.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I read no pages, so you did better than
Look
me.
at your books.
I did. I have I think all of my books are on Storygraph now. They also have this thing where you can mark stuff as owned. Like, instead of having a separate owned shelf, you can just tick a box that says owned, which is pretty cool.
That's handy, yeah.
Because I have like an owned bookshelf, which is probably not up to date. It's got like 600 books on it. I probably own 600 books.
I've got, because I used to use my want to read shelf on Goodreads for just literally anything I heard of that sounded interesting.
Yes, I am.
And so then I made a custom shelf of all the books that I owned and hadn't read, like my actual physical TBR.
Mhm.
And that currently has under 100 books on it. And I definitely have
my
over
God.
200 books that I haven't read. So that's way out of date.
I have 2021 releases, 2022 releases, 2023 releases. I should probably get rid of the older ones. Annoying AF. Completed series TBR, ebooks read, ebooks TBR, graphic novels read, graphic novels TBR, non-fiction, just TBR or not, owned books, which has 607 on right now. Physical TBR, which is all of my physical TBR, which is 184, which is not, it didn't go up that much considering I just added loads, but I think I've been reading a lot that I've got, like I've just kind of read it straight away recently.
Right, yeah.
And also since not working in the shop anymore, I definitely have gained last month. Standalones TBR, unfinished series TBR, want to buy, and Yelk 2022, which I should probably also delete. But...
Yeah, I have a lot of I have like a lot of genre shelves.
Yeah.
I've got a shelf of books by Australian authors.
Nice.
Christmas books, classics, contemporary, Doctor Who. Just a whole shelf for Doctor Who. Dystopia, favourites, feminism, graphic novels, books that I owned in Australia because I was going to make myself read the books that have been on my TBR for 10 years.
Wow.
And I've given up on that one. I've read most of them anyway now, so it's fine. Fantasy, historical fiction, horror. Horror has 3 books on it. LGBT, middle grade, mystery, NetGalley, new adult nonfiction. My owned unread shelf is 90 books, and I have way more than that.
Right.
And then I have sci-fi thrillers, UKYA, and then Yalk Hall.
Yep. I'm just removing my Yelk one and my 2021 and 2022 because they're a bit redundant at this point.
Is that in relation to horror books? What 3? I had to go back and see how many books were on each of my shelves to try and figure out, but I'm assuming it's the horror books.
I presume so.
But it's a Horror Store, Girl in Red, and The Woods Are Always Watching. I think I've read more than that, but those are the ones. Oh, the banner's still there. I always do that. Those are the ones that I've read since setting up the horror shelf.
Well, the good thing is about Storygraph as well is when you move stuff over to Storygraph, it asks you if you keep your owned books on a shelf in Goodreads, and you can like assign it, which obviously I did with my owned bookshelf, and then it automatically marks those as owned on Storygraph, which is really cool.
Yeah. That is that. see, there are lots of things. I'm just so used to Goodreads, and like you say, with the whole stats thing, that's what you kind of want to use it for. So having to pay for that's a bit annoying. But then there's all these little things that people keep saying you can do on Storygraph that just make me think that's amazing. Goodreads should do that.
Yeah, I think the thing about Storygraph that I can already tell is it's evidently owned by people who do read and use it. You know, they just kind of implement stuff that they want on it.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool. But I'm gonna see how I get on with it. I might do a video about it.
Yeah.
And I'm tempted to pay for a month to do that video so I can like show people what the stats and stuff are like.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
I could just pay for a month and then if I can cancel after a month, then I could just do that because I would be interested to see what it comes up with.
I mean, you could always pay for a month, see what the stats are like, and then put those stats onto like a spreadsheet. Because do you use a spreadsheet and Goodreads?
Yeah, because I do keep.
That's what I do as well. Yeah,
my spreadsheet has a lot of stats on it anyway.
Yeah.
Like I've got books by release, by genre, by format, ratings breakdown, by publisher type, by source, by age range, and how I heard about them on a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
So that's like the most interesting stuff to me. Like the thing about Storygraph is it's more vibes based. That's really cringy, but like now I've put all the stuff on here. It says, if you go onto my profile, it says mainly reads fiction books that are emotional, adventurous, and light-hearted. Typically chooses medium-paced books that are 300 to 499 pages long. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Vibes.
No, I'm with you. I like having all the stats and everything, and not so much the vibes.
Oh, hang on! I found the stats. Okay, I don't need to pay for it. I found them.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That makes me more interested again.
Oh, that's so cool. Can I share my screen?
I don't know. Can you? I don't know if it's only me who can.
Do you want me to? Would anyone want to see these stats before I try? Do you want to see them?
Oh, do you have the present option at the bottom? Yeah. Then I think you should be able to. Yeah. I'd want to see them.
Okay. Share screen. Okay. I hope everyone else wants to see these. Let me do it.
Wrong person. How do I just make it you?
Oh, I don't know. Can you? Oh, hello. You just took yourself out.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know.
You took yourself out. Oh, that's fine.
There we go.
Can you see that? Okay.
Aha! There we go. We're both still in it, but we can't see us. That's better. That's what I was trying to do.
Okay. Can you see this okay? Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so this is what it says about my moods.
Yeah. See, I'd want like genres and not necessarily moods.
Okay. Well, I got pace. I mean, I'm interested to see like if I click on this. Yeah, it does tell me what books are like fast paced and what books. Because I'd be interested to see like slow doesn't mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
Well, like I wouldn't say that's slow paced or any manga, to be fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's strange. Page number.
Yeah, that's what mine would look like too. Oh, genres. There we go.
Genres. Okay, that's pretty cool. Although I don't like counting young adults as genre, but
I was just about to say the same thing. That's like an age range, not a genre.
Yeah, but hopefully it like overlaps. So if like something's a fantasy young adult, it will still show as fantasy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Also, that's that's young adult. Okay, so if I then go to say fantasy, are the same books here? Yeah. Okay, so it does overlap. Yeah, that's cool.
That's good.
That's my tags.
Yeah.
See, this is cool, but not representative at all because I don't mark stuff as audio. I mark it as what I own.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So I read a lot on audio, like a lot more than 3%. I love that for me. Haven't read any German, so evidently something's shelved wrong. That's interesting.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So that's like what I've read each month and how many pages and
That's cool that it
books
shows
each
the
month.
pages per month.
Yeah. I didn't think it would track that much, but I guess it really does.
And something like that, I imagine, would be quite hard to do on like Google Sheets pages per
Yeah.
month. Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting because I guess I don't have any half stars right now, but I'm pretty sure Storygraph does half stars.
I think it does, yeah.
So that's cool. I need to find out what this German book is. It's going to be a manga because. Oh no, sure. That's not. I think I read this edition. Yeah, English. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay.
That was interesting though.
That was.
I'm glad I found
cool
that.
to see the stats.
Yeah, I don't feel like I need to pay for anything now though, which is good.
I mean, I also feel like a lot of the ones that I want look better on my spreadsheet anyway.
Yeah.
That's like the spreadsheet just shows what I want to track, and so that works better for me anyway. I don't know.
Which spreadsheet do you use?
I was using is it Reader Voracious or whatever?
Yeah, that's the one.
I was using that one, but I've actually made my own one for 2023. I was doing that today.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've used the same one, but I've just adapted it from last year's because I adapted last year's from the template, and then I've basically just copy and pasted last year's and made my own.
Yeah, I mean, when I say I made my own, I've stolen a lot of it from the Reader Voracious one.
Yeah.
And then I also had a little bit that I stole from Hardback Hoarder, which I was
okay, cool.
I can show you that if you want.
Yeah, let's do a nerdy.
I just thought it was quite cool. Chrome tab.
Nerdy stats and spreadsheets live for anyone who's interested. Mark says super interesting, which I don't know if he's being sarcastic, but I feel like he is enjoying it.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
So this is like my stats. The actual page where you list it is basically the same as the Reader Voracious one, but I've taken out any of the columns that I didn't use.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I should probably do that.
And then my stats page, I've entirely made myself. I've copied all the formulas still. But I've got, this is what I stole from Ali from Hardback Hoarder. I don't know if you can see where my mouse is.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I've got like a reading goal, which I've just inputted as 50. And then I've got where it counts how many books I've read. I've got it going on the ratings column. So let me just put some ratings in. Say I've read 4 books. It says I'm 50, and then I've got a progress bar. I love it.
That's really cool. Did you input that yourself, or did you copy and pasted that over?
I copied and pasted that from a spreadsheet that Ali from Hardback Hoarder did last year, just to get the formula. Obviously, I've formatted it for my spreadsheet, but just to get the formula, because I thought the idea of a progress bar was really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
And then I've just got all the tables because I like being able to see the numbers. The Reader Voracious spreadsheet has the tables and the charts on different.
That's same.
And I like being able to see both.
Yeah, this
so I've got them all like
similar to mine.
It's basically the same as the Reader Voracious one, except that I've just put everything where I want it and taken out
a series tracker.
Oh, that's copied from Becca from Becca and
Yeah,
Book.
I was going to say, because I watched Becca's recently, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. I really want to do it for like all time and make my own.
Yeah, I'm going to have this where I kind of copy it over into each year, so that I always, it's not connected to any other sheet. Cool. So I can just copy the sheet and then just keep track of all my series and have it going. So I've got like the years that I've read each book, and I've got room to add more years.
Love
And
that
then
it's
I've also
rainbow.
got, for the status, I've got drop down lists and I color coded it so I could see when I
Nice.
completed and stuff. But that one's not attached to any other spreadsheet
Yeah.
page. So
Yeah, that looks really cool. I've been thinking about doing that since I watched Becca's.
yeah, I've stolen from 3 different people basically. So I'm not gonna be sharing it with anyone.
Yeah.
But I've just
Sorry,
kind of stolen things and just done the bits that work for me and put it in a format that works for me. Because things like how I heard about a book, I know that's on the Reader Voracious one. It's like social media stuff, and half the time I can't really remember.
No,
by the time
I mean,
reading it, and so I'm like, I don't use this column, so I'm just getting rid of it.
I do find it interesting to see. A lot of mine tend to be like friends, but sometimes I don't feel like the categories fit all that well.
Most of the time, I just can't remember. I'm like, well, I've heard about it somewhere. It could have been I just saw it on the shelves. I could have seen it on Twitter. I could have heard about it from a friend. I don't remember.
Do you want to see my spreadsheet?
Yes.
Okay. This is, I mean, it's blank at the moment, so it's a bit boring, but yeah, I have this one that I copied from last year. So I think it's technically 2022's one. Like, I need to change this.
Yeah.
But I've kept some of it the same because I do still use the blog stuff as well.
Yeah, see, I don't use that, so I'd cut that out of mine.
But this, like, I feel like a lot of it is connected fine. Like the books by genre, when I start inputting stuff, it'll be fine. But then I always find this and this never seems to work for me.
Yeah,
so I might remove them.
Because Reader Voracious is in America, all the dates are weird, so you have to go through, and every single place there's a date, you have to change it to the English formatting, and it's really hard to find them all. I had the same thing with the ARCs one.
Yeah, because I'm not really sure,
like on the page where it gets the data, and then you also have to change it on the raw data page, and
right, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Maybe that's why, because that comes from the raw data page. So I guess actually thinking about it, I might have changed this page last year or just removed the stuff from it that I didn't need, meaning these weren't linked to anything. Yeah, I do find it interesting. Some of the sheets I just stopped using halfway through the year because they're not as needed.
Yeah.
So the ARC one, which I'm trying to keep updated at the start of the year, I'm like, I'm gonna keep this updated this year, and then I just don't.
I've left that out again because at the moment I'm not getting books for review from publishers because I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm not confident enough in my reading consistency at the moment, and I'm just not going near that. I'm just sticking to reading books I've bought for fun for now. So I don't need to do that. But I might actually add back in blog ones just to kind of keep track of monthly views and follow counts for blog and YouTube just to see that visually.
I do like it. I should do YouTube really, because right now I just have that for the blog, and I think this is the only one I have. But it would be cool to have this one for YouTube because I'm presuming you can get a lot of this stuff from YouTube.
You can, yeah. You can change in the studio. I think it's automatically set to show the last 28 days of stats, but you can change it for you each month.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, I might make my own page so I can track both.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I'm gonna try and keep up to date with this one, and obviously 2023. I use this page for a lot, and the hauls page. Oh, I haven't. Because I copied and pasted last year, so I was color coding to make it a different color.
Oh, I took the price thing out of the hauls one on mine because I don't like it.
See, it's depressing as hell, but I feel like it does help me visually see how much I'm spending.
Yeah.
And I also like to see how much I've read in comparison to how much I've bought.
Yeah, I've left that on my hauls page because I like to see that too. I like to see how many books I'm buying and reading in the same year, which for
And
me is a
then-
very low number.
Well, I think last year I bought 170 something, and I've read 60 something. So I'm like, it's
Well,
not
that's
as bad, good as I'd like, but it's okay. Pre-ordered I've kept on here, but I again, like, I forget to update it. But
I've got like an upcoming releases one with a column where I can check off which ones I've ordered.
yeah, that's
Which
what.
again I stole from this one, and that's all I really need is just to know. I added in an author column though, because I don't like how I don't know if your version has an author column.
Yeah.
But the one I had for this year was the one that they actually made for this year.
Oh,
And
okay.
it doesn't have the author column on it anymore.
That's
So I
weird.
kept going into my upcoming releases that I wanted to keep track of and going, I don't know what that book is. Oh, right, it's that book.
Well, I feel like I don't need a lot. Like, it has publisher, pages, genre. I feel like I don't really need that.
Yeah.
And pre-order incentive, like things like that. I feel like I don't really need to keep track of that kind of stuff. But the thing I've changed the most is I've put the calendar all on one
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
thing. Yeah, if you want this, let me know, because you can just copy and paste it over, and then I've copy and pasted it, so I've got one for YouTube as well, so I can try and keep to a schedule. And put notes on here.
I kind of went through phases with using that calendar, so I might try it again because it is good for scheduling stuff.
Yeah.
But
it just annoyed me how it was on different sheets.
Yeah.
So, like, there's 12 sheets for this.
Yeah, definitely. It makes sense just to have it on one.
Yeah.
Right, I was going to say, should we read it half past? But
Yeah.
smashed through
Now
that.
we're here. We could read at 22 to 10 past, so.
Yeah, I think we'll have to do that.
I hope everyone enjoyed the spreadsheet tool.
Spreadsheet. Yeah, I thought if I make, I've also made mine as a template, so I'm going to save a copy to start using for 2023, so that
That's a good idea.
I've got this template, and then I can just keep adding to it. If I'm like, actually, I want to track this too, and then I can just add it to my own template, and then it's just there.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. Because, yeah, I just copied last year's and then just took out all the stuff from last year and then changed the colour scheme.
Yeah, I'm going to add in a blog stats one, actually. I think just not to the extent of the Reader Voracious one, but just a bit enough to keep track of like monthly views and how many followers I've got each month, just to see if I'm maybe I'll track not exactly what I've put on, but just how much I've posted on each month, just to see if, I mean, I would assume it would be the case, but to see if more posting equals more followers specifically, because it would definitely mean more views.
Yeah.
But I might track that.
I think I might
get into posting regularly as well.
Yeah, I have not posted since October.
Mm.
Like, since I've started my new job, I've literally just completely fallen off the wagon of reviewing anything. Because I'm like, it got past the point where it like made sense to catch up. Like,
Yes,
I was just, there was so much that I was just like, I would like to go back and review it at some point, but it's going to be like 50 books or something.
I have
probably not that many, but a lot.
I'm very frustrated. This is because I'm not reading a lot at the moment. I'm trying to find ways to post regularly on my blog. I mainly just use it for reviews.
Yeah.
And I've got one review sat in my drafts that I can't post because it's a HarperCollins book.
Oh my god, same!
And I'm just like, can you just pay your staff, please? I want to post this review. Also, for the sake of the staff as well, but like, I want to post this review.
Same. Oh, I also started this thing that I was trying to find a way to draw on sheets on my iPad, and I can't find a way to do it because you have to input stuff as drawings. But I wanted to properly brainstorm ideas for YouTube and stuff.
Oh,
so I'm just doing it on my notes app, which I quite like being able to do it. And then I've just put like January, and then I can just scroll down and add another when I'm ready, and I'm thinking I can color code it and just tick ones off that I've actually done, because I just wanted something to be more like free flowing, creative than like a spreadsheet.
Yeah. Oh, it's reading time.
Yes, we should actually read and stop. That was
See you in
fun.
half an hour.
See you in half an hour.
Hey.
I'm assuming my audio is okay
Yes.
this time. Good. I'm not demonic or a robot.
No, not like a demonic robot. You're fine.
How did you get on?
Good. I've got 4 pages left.
4 pages. Oh my god. Nice. Well, you'll definitely finish that in the next sprint.
Yep.
So that's good. We're gonna do one last sprint.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
good. I managed to read.
Yay!
I also just like edited a little bit of my spreadsheet and then I did read and I read 40 pages, so I'm now on page 100.
Nice.
So I feel like in the next sprint I could get to like 150 if I read for the whole time.
Mm.
And then I'll have less than 100 pages to go. I think.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's 246 pages long, so then I can definitely finish that tomorrow.
Yay, finishing books.
Yes. Yeah. It'd be good. I'll finish that. I'll finish this. I'll complete my Goodreads goal.
Yay!
I can do it. It's a shame I didn't get to read that one that's on my December TBR, but that's fine.
Just roll it over into unless you're doing TBR mini golf again.
Yeah, I haven't actually filmed it. I mean, I'm planning on doing it. I just haven't filmed it. But I'm thinking I'll film it tomorrow and try and get it out the first couple of days of Jan. And then I mean, I don't mind too much having it to read in January. I'll just roll it over into January, that's fine.
I need to film my TBR video as well, and I need to film my 2022 reading wrap up, and I need to set and then film my 2023 goals.
Yeah, I have some ideas of like stuff I want to film and release in January, but I just need to do them. Hi B.
Hi.
How are you doing? What are you up to on these sprints? What's everyone up to on these sprints? We haven't actually asked what other people are doing or reading. We've just been chatting like no one else is here.
We're just talking about spreadsheets.
Just talking about spreadsheets, which to be fair, I might do a video about my spreadsheet. Oh, B has a black screen.
Is that better?
Does anyone else have a black screen? Or can you guys see us? Yay, what are you reading, B?
On my phone, no.
Oh yeah, to be fair, I have it open on my phone. And it's fine on my phone. I don't know why I didn't think to just look at that.
Yeah, it's fine on my phone. I don't know. Oh, okay, it's back. Okay, good.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you might want to refresh.
Yeah.
And it might fix itself.
Good.
I'm glad we're back.
Because I still had it set to the option where it shows what we're screen sharing.
Oh, okay.
And I figured because we weren't screen sharing anything, it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah. Sorry, I just read B's comment. I got excited.
Enjoying it, B?
The anticipation. What's Jazz reading? Is Jazz reading? Oh, nice. Are you enjoying it?
Oh, I'm absolutely loving it. Yeah.
Oh, good.
You're on part 4.
I've just got
to he's just got to part 4.
Yeah.
Page 208.
Yeah.
Was this the author you went to the signing of?
Yeah, we both started one of his books before the signing, and neither of us have finished them yet.
At least you were reading one when you went to the signing.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of those books as well where I was sucked in straight away, and so even though I've still not read a full one of his books yet, this is the first book of his I've ever read, and I'm not even halfway through, and I'm already like, yeah, I want to read more by this author. This is amazing.
That's good.
Yeah, it's the first fiction book I've read in years. So it's
a big
deal for me. Yeah, the way he's writing is it's really interesting. So, yeah.
Yeah.
The one I'm reading by him is also really interesting, and the writing is really interesting and good and everything. But the way it's written is quite a slow read, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, a lot of his books are also really chunky, aren't they?
Yeah. This one is not. This one's like 300 pages.
Yeah, that's probably a good one to start with, and also read like if you haven't read fiction in a while, that's probably a good one to read.
Oh yeah, definitely a good one to start with.
It's also one you'd started a few years ago, isn't it?
Well, I think it was last year. I had it with Amazon Prime on the Kindle. It was free with that, so I started reading that. I was like, oh, this writing is really interesting. The way it's written. So, yeah, I think hopefully I'll get it finished tomorrow. I'd like to think.
Yay! Oh, you can get Alex reading tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll motivate each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad you're enjoying it, though, B.
Yeah, I'm really excited to read it. I feel like it's the best unsolicited book mail I've ever had.
Yeah.
I really didn't expect it at all, and I was like, I opened the parcel, I was like, really? And also because it came to here as well, not the shop. I was like, oh, that's cool.
I've just remembered about my random series of unsolicited picture books I was sent.
Oh yeah.
That does seem to have stopped now.
Who was that? Oh, you probably shouldn't say.
Yeah.
I'm curious. No, I was, oh yeah, I bet.
Can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited to read it. I checked back on my email, I was like, did I request this at some point? And I just forgot, but I don't think I've ever seen it available to request, so
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was just unsolicited, but thanks, Hesha. I'm very excited to have it.
I think I'm gonna get back into more regular blogging and build my blog up a bit, and then start trying to request books again.
Yeah. I mean, I do have quite the perk of working for.
Well, yes.
The company that I work for.
That does help.
It helps a little. Yeah. Should we do another sprint at 20 past?
We should do some blogging sprints, me and B. But yes.
Oh my gosh, I would love to join.
Yeah, blogging sprints.
We should do blogging sprints together. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Like proper productivity sprints. You can stare at my face for longer amounts of time.
Okay, if we start at 20 past, that means we end at 50 past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can wrap up and probably finish it just before 10.
And then Jez and I are going to watch another episode of The Traitors.
Oh, you watching it?
Or an
Is
episode.
It good?
I think Jez is more into it than I am. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I've heard everyone raving about it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just rubbish dramatic telly, really.
Reality TV.
Yeah. It's not anything like that amazing or different, and they're just doing all the usual things of making it overly dramatic and having all these big long pauses before they announce something, and so
I feel like it's the kind of thing that people do keep telling me to watch it, and I'm like, I don't really want to start because I know I'll just not stop. So what were you gonna say?
He's doing co-working streams, so follow B on Twitch.
Yeah.
I think B's YouTube channel is linked on my YouTube channel, and I don't know if they've put their Twitch on their YouTube channel, but you can find B through YouTube.
Is that a cat I can hear?
It is. Come on. Come on. Come on. What have you given up for? Come here.
Oh. Is this Jet? I can't tell, it's not light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jet.
Don't run from me. Love me. He wants to run from me. Okay, bye.
He's going.
He's gone. Yeah, so B is Ace Envy on Twitch, so follow them for blogging sprints, I guess. Yes.
Cheat. We should read.
Yes, we should.
See
We're
you in
so
half
bad
an
at
hour.
keeping time. Yeah, we'll see you in half an hour.
Cool. Hi.
Hello. Walked it.
You're right.
Yeah, I nearly kicked my book off the sofa.
Oh dear. Did you finish it?
I did. I'm on to the
Yay.
now.
Oh my gosh. How many pages have you got left?
Less than 100. I'm on page 721. So I've not got a lot left. And I've got the audiobook as well, and I've got less than 2 hours left of that. So
Nice. That's good.
I'll finish it tomorrow, definitely.
Yay.
I'll make a point of finishing it tomorrow because I know I can carry on with that. It's been so long now.
I know, it's crazy. We'll finish it before the end of the year.
Yeah, that's my plan. Chicken.
Yay. I'm now over halfway.
Yay.
I read another like 40 pages, so I'm on 140, which is pretty good. I've only got 106 pages left now.
What page are you on now?
I'm now on page 233.
Nice.
Chapter 31.
Oh, good job.
So I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Well done. I feel like it's been a productive evening.
I'm happy with me.
We're both sitting here yawning.
Yeah, I've been yawning in the sprints, if anyone's noticed. Sometimes
Neither of
behind
us
my
slept
book.
very well last night, so we're both a bit tired.
Oh, no, me neither.
There's
I
just
was
something
meant
about
to-
last night, clearly.
Yeah, it must be. I was meant to start work at 8 this morning. Like they said we could start at 8 and finish at 4:30 if we wanted to.
Mm.
And I woke up at like 7:45 to start work and I was like, nah. So I went back to sleep for another hour and started at 9. Which definitely helped because I felt like lightheaded when I woke up.
Oh yeah, definitely get more sleep then.
Yeah, hopefully you get better night's sleep tonight.
I hope so. I sometimes just have nights where I just can't sleep. Like I was really tired, but my eyes just didn't want to close, even though they felt tired, and I just was awake until like 1:30 or something.
Aww.
But usually when I have a night like that, it's just one night, and then I'm all right again.
Good.
Hi.
Are you okay?
The cat's destroying the carpet.
No. I tend to sleep pretty well. I tend to like never really have problems sleeping. It's just if I stay up late.
I went to bed at like 8:30 last night and just could not get to sleep for like 5 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
No, I bet. Well, on that note, we should probably end these sprints so you can go to bed.
Yeah.
Are you doing parkrun in the morning?
No.
I thought of that.
No. We've kind of dropped off for this year, but we're going to pick it up again in the new year.
Yeah.
We want to do one in New Zealand, so we're going to do that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go in the morning.
Oh, dear.
It's like the only running that I do at the moment is parkrun. Tends to be.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we should wrap up sprints.
Yeah.
I assume we will be doing some in January on Beth's channel, so
Definitely.
link in the description.
And no, the wrong way. Subscribe to Alice. Thank you for hosting the sprint.
Of course.
And thank you to everyone that joined us.
I hope we all got lots of reading done. I'm happy with my progress.
Yeah.
My spreadsheet informed me that I'd been reading that Agatha Christie book for 384 days. So
oh my god.
Finally finished it.
Well done.
Oh dear. It's done now.
That's an achievement and you finished it before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I did all my spreadsheet stuff and Storygraph, and I read nearly 100 pages.
Yeah,
Oh, that's all right.
We've made good progress today.
Yeah. I feel like if
What we say?
I feel like if I didn't find that random pumpkin heads that I hadn't inputted to Goodreads, I would have been like stressing more tonight and wanting to read loads more. But
Yeah,
I feel like I've done okay because I found that. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've forgotten how to wrap things up. Thank you for joining Sprints.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you next time on Beth's channel.
Yeah. I'll see you next time.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.